When then President-elect Joe Biden unveiled his new foreign policy team last November, it could not have been more different than his predecessors. Experienced, diverse, and committed to consign the America First policies of the past 4 years to the trash heap of history. But when it comes to relations with China, will it be that different? And can the two biggest global powers restore more cordial relations? One advantage for both nations: President Biden knows President Xi, and Xi knows Biden. According to Biden, they've had as many as 25 hours of private meetings over the years, and the first phone call between the two presidents was long and detailed.
I was on the phone for 2 straight hours with Xi Jinping. But, you know, we don't get moving, they're going to eat our lunch.
Eating our lunch in the US basically means winning big, leaving the competition way behind. And that concern is why Biden foreign policy might look very similar, but perhaps more organized than Trump's. In the first few weeks of the Biden presidency, his team has focused on securing supply chains away from China for the industries of tomorrow, giving no indication that the new administration will lift Trump's tariffs on $350 billion worth of Chinese imports either. The new administration has also continued criticizing China over Xinjiang, Hong Kong and Taiwan. Although the rhetoric is less heated, the policy is pretty much unchanged, at least for now. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi urged the new Biden administration to change course.
We urge the U.S. to stop smearing the CPC and China's political system, stop conniving at or even supporting the erroneous words and actions of separatist forces for Taiwan independence, and stop undermining China's sovereignty and security on internal affairs concerning Hong Kong, Xinjiang and Tibet.
But behind the differences, there are areas of global and regional concern where the US and China are willing to work more closely together over the next 4 years. The US rejoining of the Paris Climate Agreement signals a potential path to renewed cooperation. US willingness to rejoin the Iran nuclear deal is another. The DPRK too, and finding a solution to the Myanmar crisis perhaps, and even perhaps a joint effort to combat COVID-19 or future pandemics. Beijing and Washington could also cooperate on reform of world bodies, from the International Monetary Fund to the World Trade Organization and the United Nations.
China is, as always, open to dialogue. We stand ready to have candid communication with the U.S. side and engage in dialogues aimed at solving problems.
Our relationship is very complex. There will be areas where we will significantly disagree, in particular as it relates to human rights. But there are some areas where there will be times when we hope to work with the Chinese in a cooperative way.
However, here in the US, the domestic political climate may limit that cooperation. 4 years of America First policies and a year of finger-pointing during COVID-19 has changed Americans' perceptions of China. What once was seen as policies that benefit both countries are now seen in a very, very different light. And China's economic and political rise is also leading to nervousness here in the US. Changing attitudes may be a precursor to changing any policies. Nathan King, CGTN at the White House.